Hello, greetings. Yeah, I have to beware and choose my words and not get carried away, not get angry on YouTube live streams because there are certain people after me. They want to prove that Radharani is wrong and all this religion. And there are some Indian, like when we were in Pakistan, when our Indian from India side, our Zakirs. Religious scholars would come to recite Muharram Majlises 10 days at least or something like this. We were told that to be very careful because India Hindus are investing, in conspiracies, these conspiracy, that they are idolaters, India spies, and all this, right? So these ex-Muslims like Azad Ground and all, and even in America, I cannot trust. So they could be showing you. So I said to Azad Ground, well, इधर मैं अभी अबू धाबी के टुकड़ों पे पल रही हूँ. ए अजनबी तू भी कहीं आवाज़ दे कहीं से मैं यहाँ टुकड़ों. So I said, I used my power and I apologize. I condemn it. I was wrong, very wrong. I used the Quran style. अल्लामा रशीद तराबी पाकिस्तान में जो पाकिस्तान के टुकड़ों पे पलने वाले हैं. I used a very old majlis of अल्लामा रशीद तराबी टुकड़ों पे पलने वाले जो पाकिस्तान की बका नहीं चाहते हैं, जो पाकिस्तान की बका नहीं चाहते हैं. So something like, they don't want Pakistan's progress, goodness, and all this beneficial things for Pakistan. But they are surviving on the crumbs of Pakistan. They are betrayers and all. They've betrayed Pakistan and all this. Allama Rashid Turabi. So I used that style in one of my videos, got carried away and got trapped by this Azad Grounds thing, which they want to corner me and trap me. Someone wants to corner me and trap me and expose Radharani. So I can't use Indian gurus because my heart is sinking. They will be targeted, or they're also told don't interfere. Right? So I stopped because then I'm targeted here, sitting here, and my heart is sinking. So please overlook my weakness and frailties, because I really do. And those who are paid, they will still try and keep trying on YouTube to put me down. So I take that back, what I said to Azad Quran. The lanat and all this. And there are some people who are doing taqiyya, some Muslims. Away. Please stay away from me. Away with liars. And recently I've added a apostate word next to ex-Muslim, my name, Radharani. I put this name because I was going to Paramahamsa Vishwanandan Dataras. And they've also got many people, so please just, I can't, बेचारा उसको भी, किया है, much singing, मैंने भी किया है, but then I apologize greatly. He was a great helper. But anyways, वो महान लोग होते हैं जो अपने पे इल्ज़ाम ले लेते हैं. जब मैं कर रही थी ना, तो उसने मैं उनको इल्ज़ाम दे रही थी ना, तो फिर मैंने भी उनके अगेंस्ट वीडियोस सर्च किया और मुझे मिल गए. तो वो भी छोड़ रहा है कि there are people who are going to falsely accuse you and put you in a terrible, like, notoriety. So, but let's see what happens. Maybe he will, you see, I was falsely accused also of being a lesbian with my teacher, who I loved purely with my heart. Some Muslims were saying this is not pure love. Like, the only true love is, nothing is pure true love, but that loving Allah, that's ishq of Allah, and there is no ashik of Imam Hussain, my father has told me. You can't have a ishq with passionate love for anyone other than Allah, not even Imam Hussain. And all this, and we're supposed to just love the Prophet's family and the Prophet, honor him, and all this, right? So there's no other love, true love, or all that. This is all temporary nonsense. Our parents be sacrificed in ransom for our imams, for Rasulullah and all this, and Allah's sake, Allah's cause, in Allah's cause. Now there are people, certain people on YouTube targeting me and is it frazzling me out? So they're using dissimulation, frazzling me out, frazzled. Cause to show the effects of exhaustion or strain. Yeah, putting a lot of strain on me during the live streams, stressing me out. Frazzle. Yeah, so I have to, go to the dictionary, Google search. So slow and all this. Please bear with me. The Shias who I would love to help, who are kind, who have, are confused, to show you if we can discover. But as soon as possible now. I can't wait. So if you would come, I'd love you to also come out of this cult, evil progeny. You see, 12 Shias. I've wondered, and there's Ismaili Imam also and all this. So, you see, when I said show your face, this guy did get angry at me. You know what they are doing so I have many enemies, disguised also as good friends, helpers and all this. So I didn't want to take financial help from this thing. They cornered me here. The law came that my brother has to now, his age, that he has to join the army, military. So then I had to rush to the psychiatrist here for 1 year, and then finally they said there were some garbar problem, some God knows confusion. So Rashid Hospital, Dubai did not give me financial aid. So this is Abu Dhabi's money. Then I had to Abu Dhabi. Then I went to the Abu Dhabi hospital. That's why you see with such such confidence, such audacity, Azad Ground could blame me कि तुम्हारी मनमानी यहाँ नहीं चलेगी, यहाँ चल सकती है जैसे कि तुमने अल-मुसाव को तो इधर कुछ भी बोल सकती हो, लेकिन उधर मेरे YouTube चैनल पे, on my channel, anything you say should should be implemented. It shouldn't. Stubbornly you are imposing it on us. You can impose it here and, say things, but not there on my channel. So, okay, so I am concerned that, we're not, 12er Shias are not the only Shias. We have Bori Shias too, where I heard from later on in my life that there's this FMG or something for the girls also, circumcision. Excuse me, circumcision. I have some infection, upper respiratory, I think so. But still, try to talk. I'm doing my best, so sorry if I falter and cough a lot. So, the circumcision in the Bori for women, girls, that's not allowed in our 12er Shias, and I don't know about Ismaili Shias, but I heard about Bori Shias. So, in Bori Shias, female circumcision is allowed. And just thinking, I've never gone through that, thank God, but I couldn't listen to the video, couldn't at all. How I listened to the beginning, I cannot tell you. I just stopped it about this Musalman lady coming and saying about her childhood, how they took her, and it's very, very painful, they say, and just hearing, I cannot take it. So, not that it was done on me, because I'm a 12er Shia. So these imams and dais, I think the Bori Shias call their leader Dai, not imam. But I don't know if he represents a true imam or what Fatimid or Caliph. Anyhow, okay, so this way I was concerned, and those अपनी मनमानी, तो मुझे लगता है ये तकिए में जो है ना, they are in dissimulation in India, these Muslims, away, and they are calling themselves ex-Muslims. They're not showing their faces. It's very, very dangerous. Okay, so you know what I mean? I'm just blank right now. I lose it again. Okay, here is Shia's, Rasul, or just say I mentioned His Highness Aga Khan. according to us, it is silent, but it's known that the wrong Imam, the false Imam, will be in the lowest hell, lowest abyss. I call hell lowest abyss. ABBYSS, I think, something like that, the spelling. Forgive me if I misspelled it. So these people, oh God, I don't know where to start, where to end, where to begin, in the middle. So they are having a field day on YouTube with subscribers, many, pretending to be ex-Muslims, frazzling me out when I go to their live streams. And wanting to corner me. Okay, so and these, a majority of Muslims, they don't care. I've seen they just care about Rasulullah or progress or money, materialism, and they want to progress, some of them. So no Radharani, no worship. Gulzar Elia in USA has said this: stop worshipping and start working. Don't waste your time in worship. I read a post of Gulzar Elia on YouTube. And then there are some who are even against me, targeting me personally. I don't know why they're doing this, just because my name is Radharani. So I kept Radharani, and someone was helping me in London. I felt he was a Hindu. No, he was he was a Sunni Muslim. But so I'm very, very weary. I don't know what it is. But I'm discovering, and I need help and support, and hope you will give me that in help and support, and that we can make this world a better place. And also with that, finding the truth, discovering if we are confused about our religion, these verses, very scary. And then there are Muslims who are showing, I don't trust the Sunni, now I've come to the conclusion, who say that they are ex-Muslims and they're from India. And that they are ex-Muslims, Indian ex-Muslims. So they can do what they like. If they want circumcision, like this lady was telling me here, I never objected to it. The Sunni Muslims, please stay away from me. But you can also get me killed. And you can do, as for Shias, 12 Shias, we have this, that some used to say that if you don't publish anything, and if you are if you become an atheist, like you become a murtad, you become an apostate, as long as you don't publish anything against Prophet Muhammad, you are not an enemy of Prophet Muhammad. So let my Shia ulamas decide against me. And I have nothing to do. I plundered, I faltered, I followed these ex-Muslim, Indian ex-Muslims. I followed these Pakistani ex-Muslims, I faltered. They gave me a hard time. So you know why. I think I know why. Who is involved in what they are doing, and if they truly are ex-Muslims. That's that must be in our imagination. I don't know why they're personally also trying to get me out of YouTube and things like that. So I said about these people, maybe America is using some terrorists or potential terrorists, or not, or in India, some Muslims, I don't know, against idolaters, a lot of investment, Muslim banking, Islamic banking, and all this. So, but now, some people like Azad Ground, very, very covertly, they're trying to get people, and against Hindus, Science Journey is there, Gulzar Area is there, Desi Geo is there, Desi Neo is there, Geo. Many, many like this. They haven't left their religion, I suspect. I cannot trust now after what Azad Khan. No, I was, but imposing the sense that no, they should show their faces. It's better that they show their faces, but I'm not. See, they want to discourage me from even voicing my opinion again and again. Again and again, I would say. But they want me to stop saying again and again that they should be showing their faces. And if they cannot show their faces and they don't find it safe, because this Al Musaib platform was for all free. Anyone can come, ex-Muslim can come, especially, and voice what we should do, give their opinion. So this is what I was doing, and again and again. So to tell me कि मैं अपनी मनमानी करवाना चाह रही हूँ इधर, there must be someone here who is very, very angry at me, a sheikh or someone. Because UAE is an Islamic country. Although it may show, because you see, they're saying that it could be that the Western world is pushing them into this, leaving Islam, or being a little. So that's why they're getting these people done. Doing this, targeting me, getting these people to target me on YouTube live stream wherever I go. They want me to leave social media, and they will not stop against me. So either I take the false accusations, because to remind myself that I'm doing good. I'm exposing this false cult religion. So on Facebook I did a live stream and I cracked up and all this. And here I am. So how shall I continue from Facebook live stream? Again, it's very, very difficult. See, Surah Nur ayat, these Muslims will, Shias also do not find anything wrong with Surah Nur ayat 33. But those Shias who really need to help people now come out of this as two Imams. Prophet Muhammad doesn't like two hearts, two things, two creations. I read that verse in Surah Rad and I cracked up and confused these idol worshippers who attribute like two, creations. They have confused you. Okay, so I was here on my Shia site, quran.al-islam.org. I was here and and there are, Namar al-Namar got shaheed in Saudi Arabia because he voiced his thing against the royal family and all this. So there are some Shias that now cannot remain silent, and they protested against the royals of Saudi Arabia. They got deported. What was that? Gone case. Like they got executed. Namar al-Namar. Sorry, I don't remember properly his full name. I think Namar al-Namar. A Shia in Saudi Arabia. So, what I mean to say is that some Shias, that was against Saudi Arabia, but also against, like, I may be naive because they've, see, our 12er Shias, we don't publicly announce this. One Maulana Sahib did on YouTube about His Highness Agha Khan and Agha Khanis and what they do, and this man, ask yourself, so now we can say, I just voice what's silent. It's rude, but I have to tell you in what position we 12 Shias have been. There's a strong schism. And so two Imams, Prophet Muhammad doesn't like two at the same time. So one has to be true and one has to be false. It's a big thing. It's a big schism. It's a big headache. We are in a mess, the 12 Shias. And then our alims are saying we have to be patient. But then in Saudi Arabia, no, he wasn't patient. Namar al-Namar, poor guy, poor Shia alim, and distinguished alim, religious scholar. He was executed because he was protesting against Saudi Arabian royal family, I think. And no, not Wahhabism, but like that, right? Now the Sunnis, the Wahhabis and all this, America may be giving them a hard time because, they've put this thing on them, blame, God knows who did 9/11, but that, Israel must be threatened and all this. America must feel threatened. Oh, after a great loss, 9/11, right? So they are they've got Americans, Israelis, Jewish lobbying in America to reach to their throats. The Gulf, Qatar, they, separated, banned, isolated, blamed for this Islamic extremism and all this, terrorism. But here, zulm, all powers, who come to power, zulm are like this everywhere. But about this religion, Islam, Shia Islam, my religion, I have to share and to help myself and all this. I can't put into words why. Yes, I'll try to. Um, so I got confused, like, what is this in my Shia Islam? I'm not saying Sunni Islam is true. Forget that. Forget it. Okay? I've had enough information and enough of the hadiths, ridiculous, and all that, really, really ridiculous. Like, Moses, he left his clothes and running naked. Oh, God knows such things. And Prophet, and Christian Prince again, oh God, Allah, Patani fondling the wife, Aisha, while she had a period. Oh, sickening. So for us, that is not a prophet for the Shias. If you read the Umayyad Hadith, Sunni, Abbasid, no, 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 no. So forget about that. I've had enough. I laughed at it. I had Christian Prince. I was so disgusted. No, like sometimes laugh at Christian Prince's very strong this thing against the Shias, Sunnis, anyone who. So, I cracked up very much, laughing. But this hadith, when it came, and when Abu Hussein or Hassan was saying, so what? So these hadiths don't go with the Quran ayats, and now the Sunnis must be intelligent, must reach that point where they can say that we reject these hadiths, because in the Quran it says you cannot come near a woman if she is in her menstruation. I wonder if you can fondle her and the cloth and Rasulullah like that, if you can do that, but like not go, not have sexual intercourse with her. Let's be very, sorry I have to use this word, be very blunt. You can fondle her and all this, perhaps. That's what Rasulullah did. We are told in that hadith, whether it's weak hadith, strong hadith, sahih, I don't know. Okay? That was very disgusting. And someone said that, well, it's his wife, but in the Quran, Christian Prince tried to show him, and I don't even agree to that anything, but it was very disgusting. Like, the point is, it was disgusting, and so we don't know whether Prophet. For us Shias, no, we can't take that hadith as sahih, good, anything. Now, for us Shias, I've had problems with the imams, different imams, disorganized. Someone told my father, brought it to my attention also, when he was telling my father, did you know how organized the Ismailis are? We felt we were so disorganized. Iran had promised to help us in Pakistan, those oppressed Shias, like Israel does. I think, right? They're Jews around the world, wanting good for them and reaching out to them. In America, I don't know if they need to reach out to them in Britain, Europe, places, or not. They're quite safe there. And quite good people, Jewish people in London. Because our Jewish, I could trust them with my eyes closed, with my kitten, which I gave them, an animal. And I could trust them with eyes closed. Their boys, our neighbors, I could trust with eyes closed. Eyes closed. So like that, They are very nice people in London, the Jews. So I don't think it's so like that. Iran and our ulamas also, we had a marja, like a pope, very close to being innocent, infallible. So he could decide for our family if there is a problem. And we went to him what to do. Sayyid, I was told by my father that Sayyid Mahsan al-Hakim was my great-grandfather, Abba Haji, Jawad Sajwani's marja, Pope, like that Pope. I think it's that position. Marja is of a position of a Pope or a deacon or a Pope. So he's next to, he's infallible. He's not infallible, but he's like, they're exclusively devoted to God, and then they can bring out punishments, give punishments out, and announce punishments, and then the punishment will be carried out, or they can help family members who are in trouble. So my mother was in trouble, no one decided for her. I was in trouble, no one decided for me. I've been entrusted, because I was the first surviving born, to a lady, Sayyid lady, late Marhuma, Bibi Habab, a Shia Sayyid. Nothing, no punishment for my grandmother. She was a good friend of mine. She was a good friend of my grandmother. And I got prayers. My father called me when Sayyid Mehdi al-Hakim came to Fuad Sajwani, his eldest brother's house. He called me. So I went with abaya, all covered. And the abaya was longer than me, my height, and all this. But I, totally but only showing my face, because Shias can show their faces. Shia ladies. They if they want it is prefer if they want to be like Bibi Fatma Zahra and cover their faces, they can, like one of my mother's relative did. She went into total hijab. But he then saw me, Sayyid Mehdi al-Hakim, and he prayed on me. So I can show my face, but all covered with black abaya from head to toe, I could show my hands. He allowed me to kiss him on his hand, give him bayt. That means that we've given bayt, allegiance to Imam Hassan and Imam Mahdi, the living Imam. And he prayed on me there. My uncles were there only. I don't remember any of my cousins, but my uncles were there. Mahram for me. And nothing. So they say it depends on the person. You have to work hard to be a pious, sincere Shia. Well, my father was he was still gambling at that time and all this. The wife, dancers, smoking, also drinking alcohol. I found him once. In the casino, he invited me and my friend in London to join him in the casino, and he was drinking. He had wine, a full bottle of wine. He offered to my Christian friend, but I didn't drink it. So this is it, and verses 20-22. So this is the account of, like I am now, as you see from Surah Nur, ayat 33. I just want to quickly, the two imams cannot be present. ministers and those can, oh, God knows, ministers. So the political thing of the structure and all how an Islamic country is supposed to run. Then the Imam assigns all those ministers and all. But as a Shia, I cannot give bayt. As a 12er Shia, I cannot give bayt to His Highness, like His Highness Sheikh Khalifa, because for me, he's not my marja. I can only give bayt to a true Imam, which is Imam Mahdi at this time, for me, in occultation. But since Ismaili Imam said that you have to follow, and maybe our ulamas, Shia ulamas, whichever country you are in, but Ismaili Imam I know says that you must follow the rules of the country, and also you can give allegiance. If you want a British passport and you live there for 5 years, you get it, you get the nationality, then you can bear witness. Oh, you can bear allegiance to the Queen of England, like that. So, okay, so that's why Imam made it easy for me. Ismaili Imam. So then no protest, no. And sincerely bear allegiance to His Highness Sheikh Khalifa. But in the Quran we are told, God tells Abraham, my covenant does not reach the Zalimun, because Abraham says, what about my children? Will they become imams, leaders, spiritual leaders and all? So God says, my covenant does not reach the Zalimun. So we 12ers take it from there and we say, no. Our Imam is the one who is the rightful Allah's representative on earth for us. He cannot have an ounce of he has to be, he has to be infallible like the Messenger of Allah. Like he's after the Messenger of Allah, but he has to be infallible. So this was a terrible, I was like, Boris. Then because you see there's a very vast, false Imam. Even if they call themselves Shias, Shia Imams, they will go in the lowest abyss. Boris Imam and Ismaili Imam. Only our 12, if you are a 12er Shia, they won't go. The Shia Imams, 12er Shias. The rest will, Imams, whoever claims he's an Imam will go to hell. Because we don't consider them the true Imams representing Allah's cause and laws and, all this, being Allah's representatives on earth. Khalifas, as they call it. Then Imamat, why does Imamat come in? Hazrat Abraham, if you look at the verses there. So this was really shocking. I couldn't reconcile. Couldn't call Ismaili Imam Nijis. Because my heart used to tremble. I would wonder, what is this? And the Shias, very strict, huh? 12er Shias like, no, we can't believe in the Ismaili. We can't take him as our Imam. Very, very, strict. Like we got it from the Sunnis. They won't kill me, but they cannot hear this, and Just leave us alone. Don't even talk about this Imam to us. Like that. So I'm bringing out my Shia thing. Some Shias, no, we cannot. He's najis. That Imam, he doesn't know a thing. This is not Islam. He's deviated. He's najis, impure. Like we call the idolaters. Worst of creatures. Like Imam Hanbal, the Shias are worse. Which ones? All you. So Imam Hanbal has said, there's a saying that Shias are worse than the Jews and the Christians and the idolaters. So Shias are worse than the idolaters. Worst of creatures are these. They will come and take us and kill us. Why should they kill us? Because we are the worst of creatures. We don't deserve to be. We are giving Islam a bad name. We are in Islam and we are giving Islam a bad name. At least the Christians, are out of Islam. The Jews are out of Islam. The idolaters are out of Islam. But we are the worst of creatures. We are the worst. Because we are in Islam and we are giving Islam a bad name. And we are doing polytheism without authority. Because here the Quran ayat, I found that with authority, you can, not without Allah's authority, but with authority you can. Rasulullah is very, very much like you have to obey Allah and obey the Messenger of Allah. Right there. Obedience to him is very much close to Allah. Allah doesn't only say, only obey me. He says, also my messenger, obey him. He makes it very clear in the Quran ayats. So I will be going into, now I've lost my energy a lot more than before, drained. So I will continue later. So I will continue later with what the Shia is. Completely put aside all this Sunni Islam now, but the Shias also can give a very, very hard time, and they don't see it. But I don't think they'll come and kill me. No, apostates are to be killed, even in Imam Jafri's school. We are also called Jafri school. Imam Jafar Sadiq. Excuse me. From Imam Jafar Sadiq. So 12 Shias are also called the Jafri school sect. So in Jafri sect, 12 Shias, let me not confuse you. If you are not a Shia, oh God, if you are Western or European, Christian or Jew, what is this? What happens is that in apostasy, we can be killed. We only have 3 days. A woman has more than 3 days, I don't know. You lock her up, you isolate her, you उनको समझाओ, make her understand. If she says no, kill her. Jafri's school of thought. My school of thought. So I've, you see, head banging. So it's the same. No, it's not the same as Sunni Muslims, but it comes, how shall I say this? No, I mean, in apostasy, they can kill me. If I don't, if I'm not willing. If I say no, I cannot, I don't want to. Reason को छोड़ दो, because for the 12 verse, Rasulullah is the prophet. Islam is the true religion. And you are now becoming an activist. You have become apostate. You are showing that Rasulullah is not the true prophet. And they're not willing to see this verse. They're saying nothing is wrong with Surah Nur and our prophet had such character, moral. So I'll be in the middle of these Sunni Shia, trying to unite them, cut here, but now also showing them, helping out, cut. They'll cut my throats, execute me, somehow, maybe shoot me, or something like this. So, in apostasy that, but Shias killing Sunnis, well, Iran, long time ago, Baha'is, and Iran has failed to help these Shias in Pakistan against terrorists. So we were saying, better? No, not better. We will get killed. So what? We're not going to follow that Nijis Imam, that false Imam, Ismaili, His Highness Aga. We'd rather die disorganized in that terrible Pakistan. And Ismaili Imam says that, no, the Muslims, there's no terror in Islam. I've seen his interview. So he tells the Westerners that, of course, there's no terror in Islam. Of course, there's no terror in Islam. We are not supposed to assault people, achanak se, all of a sudden, attack them, and all this. Find them wherever you find them, go in. Because we are the followers of Imam Ali at that time, after Prophet Muhammad, if Imam Ali said, you see, you're supposed to go in the battlefield, not assault people. So Imam Ali didn't do it. That doesn't mean he did bid'ah now. Because thank God Sunnis made him the fourth caliph, the Umayyads side. So at least they recognize him as their fourth caliph. So they can't say that, no, these Shias now, probably they'll blame us for distorting Imam Ali and taking him as our Imam and as the successor after Prophet Muhammad, immediately after Prophet Muhammad, but they cannot, so they will, it gets to us Shias personally. They are also distorting, because Imam Ali accepted the fourth caliphate. He accepted the caliphate, but he was after Uthman even, and so Imam Ali is safe, but not his followers, because you people have deviated, or the Jews made you Ibn Saba. You are the worst of the worst creatures. You should be killed, or so that way they will not say anything to Imam Ali unless they look at Battle of Jamal, and here they will say it is a mistake. Because mistake, even Rasulullah made an unintentional mistake. That they don't miss. But that they will not tell you. They will try to hide this verse from you, Westerners and Shias and all. They try to cover it up. No, he can make mistakes. When Rasulullah can make mistakes, Imam Ali as a caliph can make mistakes, and Mu'mineen also can make mistakes. So it was just a mistake. Just a mistake. I don't know why you people, stupid Shias, cannot see, like how the Sunnis look there. So on one hand, they themselves hide these things, and then they blame the Shias. And we say, how come they are blaming us? Because, Shaitan has got to them, bookman, you are blind and all this. Deaf, dumb, can't see, deaf, yeah. Like the Quran ayat says. So we use that Quran ayat for these people. They will never be able to see. Because that's the way Shaitan has kept it. Or Shaitan, yeah. Umayyad. So they will never be able to see. Sorry, I just... So anyhow, at the end, I want to say that we have a tragedy. Shia's Ismaili Imam and our 12th Imam. And I'm caught in the middle in this tragedy, in this division. Boris Shias, Ismaili Shias, Nizari Shias, and Nizari Shias are Dawoodi Shias, Dawoodi Boris. Yeah, things, and 12er, which I come from. So, God knows what I should say now, but Surah Nur ayat, Shias have maintained that prostitution is banned in Islam. Prostitution is banned in Islam. And then what they can just not see that Surah Nur ayat 33 has anything wrong. Prophet Muhammad's moral character is very high, highest. No, we didn't have sleep. And if we had, they didn't want to be free from the Imams and the Ahlul Bayt. Fizza was their Bibi Fatma Zahra's Khanis. So we have a great tragedy, great. And they just don't want to see. Surah Nur ayat 33, ending is wrong. Keep yourself chaste, then they will themselves flash these verses at me, be modest. It's fornication, it's jabbar. Jabbar is not allowed, force is not allowed in Islam. Terrorism is not allowed. Sleeping around is not allowed. So Dr. David Wood, this is allowed in Surah Nisa, that other than you cannot marry married women. You cannot marry. I'm just looking for the verse. Married women, except for those women. Surah Nisa. You cannot marry married women. So I will show you what Dr. David Wood pointed out to us. You cannot marry married women except for those. Surah Nisa ayat. Let me just show you. So here, my Shias are also very, very adamant. They don't want to see. Keep chaste, and then God says it's up to the slave girls. But they don't want to see that. They want to keep chaste, so don't prostitute them. They don't see this problem here, grammatical sentence structure and all this sentence. Surah Nisa gives details of marriage is prohibited, like Surah Nisa ayat, but whoever of you cannot marry free women who believe, then marry from what your right hands possess, believing maids. Acha, if you fear Surah Nisa ayat, let me just go to Surah Nisa then, because they won't give it to me like this. Won't make it easy. Surah Nisa, you see, let's see if Dr. David Wood is right about this, right? Except for married women who come in your, let's see, I'll just look further. Hello, yeah, so I found this verse, I just want to mention this. There's no compulsion, rape is not there. So this ayat, I have to correct myself. Whoever does this thing for rape, compulsion, or you have believed, it is not lawful, yani haram hai, for you to inherit women by compulsion. And do not make difficulties for them in order to take back part of what you gave them, unless they commit a clear immorality, i.e. adultery, it says here, and live with them in kindness. For if you dislike them, perhaps you dislike a thing, and Allah makes therein much good. So, our alims, Shia alims, painful punishment, but repentance, if like our believers, it is not permissible, it's prohibited. And if you force yourself on women, let's see, inherit women against their will. So jabr, force is haram. Rape is haram. Forcefully prostituting them is haram. Okay, rape is haram. I will come to the Surah Nur ayat later sometime. O believers, it is not permissible for you to inherit women against their will or mistreat them to make them return. So you see, the way I was reading that ayat was like not a Shia, a Sunni in the Quran. After my ex-friend had psychologically put that thing against Shiaism in me, indirectly telling me things. So Imam Ali, when I read Najul Balagha again, came to my attention that when I reached the end parts, it said that one verse which may seem contradictory, and you can connect it with another verse in the Quran. So not to be mindful of the other, not to be not mindful of the other verse in the Quran, which gives you this punishment for rape, jabr. So here it is only mentioned, it is prohibited haram. So those who fornicate or adultery, you can give them the punishment due if you find 4 witnesses. But if you do not find 4 witnesses, then in Surah Yusuf ayat, there's a molestation which happens against Hazrat Yusuf. So then let the elders decide. He was thrown in prison. Hazrat Yusuf, although it was not his fault, he did not sexually assault, go after the queen of that time, the king's wife. So there I connected that verse, saying that there should be no 4 witnesses for rape, in rape incidents or tragedies, because of Surah Yusuf's ayat, that an elderly man, a wise man was called, right? So only one man was called a wise man. If you decide to replace, so rape is not allowed. You cannot inherit women in Islam against their will or mistreat them to make them return some of the dowry as a ransom for divorce. Okay, and then we come to, so this establishes that compulsion, rape against women, forceful, is not allowed. And so I haven't yet, I'll go into detail and show you, prohibited to you, marriage or your mother's, your daughters. Have I missed it? Do not marry former wives of your fathers, except what was done previously. It was indeed a shameful, despicable, and evil practice. And how could you take it back from after enjoying it intimately? She's taken you. But if you want to replace one wife with another, you have given one of them a great amount in gifts. Would you take it in injustice manifest? What I'm interested, or you have believed it is not lawful for you to inherit. Firm commitment she has taken. Do not marry former wives. Also forbidden to you for marriage are your mothers, your daughters, your sisters. All this you can see. Also forbidden are married women. Here we come. Let's see if Dr. David Wood was right. 24, verse 24 of Surah Nisa, chapter 4. So, also forbidden are married women, except female captives in your possession. And also prohibited to you are all married women, except those your right hands possess. No, I don't know. I'm thinking of mutta. No, you cannot do adultery. No, in mutta you cannot marry you can marry a widow of a Christian widow temporarily for right hands possess, right? This could be about mutta, who are, you can look at the Shia conditions. But here, you cannot marry married women, except those your right hands possess. Dr. Mustafa Khattab, the Clear Quran, also forbidden are married women, except female captives in your possession. And then Dr. David Wood goes on about explaining this through Sunni hadiths, and what our imams say. So we go through the Sunni hadiths to see what did the Umayyads say. Remember this ayat number 24. So it's 424. 424. We'll go to multilingual and see what Aka Puya, if there's any commentary. Multilingual Quran. 424. Trying to. Yes, so here I am in multilingual Quran and Ali commentary. Also prohibited are women already married, except those whom your right hands possess. Yusuf Ali. Thus hath Allah ordained prohibitions against you. Except for these, all others are lawful, provided you seek them in marriage with gifts from your property, desiring chastity, not lust. Okay? Desiring chastity, not lust. Seeing that you derive benefit from them, give them their dowers, at least as prescribed. But if after a dower is prescribed, agree mutually to vary if there is no blame. If it to vary it, sorry, there is no blame on you, and Allah is all-knowing, all-wise. So to give unto them their portions as a duty, and there's no sin for you, and those of you seek by marrying them. So one Yusuf Ali says here, after not in lust, but desiring chastity is put here. I wonder what the Arabic way, what Shakir. I wonder what Arabic them in marriage, not committing fornication. Yes, this must be there. Honest wedlock, not debauchery. Yeah, all of them are saying this. So there's it. So not through lust, but honest, chastely, not debauchery, not lustfully, not committing fornication. Very good, right? So these married women who have lost their husbands in war because their husbands waged a war against Prophet Muhammad and the Muslims of his time. So save those whom your right hands own, signify such married women as shall come in your possession as prisoners of war. Such women, when not taken back on payment of ransom or through negotiation, are lawful as wives, even though their previous marriage has not been formally dissolved, provided the infidel woman becomes a Muslim. Provided an infidel woman becomes a Muslim. So you cannot marry them if they remain infidel. Famastamtatum behi provides for a temporary marriage known as muta. It has been specifically made lawful by the Quran and the Holy Prophet. Therefore, this provision subsists as unrescinded, meaning not cancelled. It still stands for the Shias. One day, for no reason at all, and having no authority to amend a law given and practiced by the Holy Prophet, the second Caliph declared from the pulpit, 2 mutas, temporary marriage and combining Hajj with Umrah, were enforced during the time of the Holy Prophet. But now I decree both of them as unlawful, and I will punish those who practice them. Tafsir Kabir Dur al-Mansur, Kashaf, Mustadrak, and others. Sunni sources. According to Tirmidhi, even his son Ibn Umar refused to agree with his father's action because it was made lawful by Allah and His Prophet, whose announcements could never be revoked by anyone after him. Therefore, the Shia school of thought, Islam original, in brackets, holds both the mutas lawful. Both the mutas lawful. Therefore, holds both the mutas lawful. Ali ibn Abi Talib reversed the uncalled for innovation of the second caliph, and thereafter it was never again prohibited. The Maliki school of thought also holds muta as lawful. And whoever among you has not within his power ampleness of means to marry free believing women, then he may marry of those whom your right hands possess. From among your believing maidens, believing maidens, and Allah knows best your fate. You are sprung the one from another, so marry them with the permission of their masters and give them their dowries justly. Honest, not debauched, nor of loose conduct, reasonable. They should be chaste, not lustful, nor taking paramours when they are taken in wedlock. If they fall into shame, their punishment is half that for free women. This permission is for those among you who fear sin, but it is better for you that you practice self-restraint, and Allah is oft forgiving, most merciful. If the married bondwoman is guilty of adultery, inflict on her half the punishment enjoined for free women. Sorry, I'm now kind of confused. Like, this is all good. Those who do not afford to marry a free believing woman and fear to fall into sin of adultery can marry a believing bondswoman. So she has to embrace Islam. Can marry a believing bondswoman, slave woman, with the consent of her guardian. And after paying the dowry to her, Allah knows best your fate. Implies that a slave bondswoman, be more honorable with her Lord than her free husband. Allah knows best your fate. Implies that a bondswoman be more honorable with her Lord than her free husband. If the married bondswoman is guilty of adultery, inflict or half of the punishment. Inflict on her. Bondswoman may be more honorable. Oh, it is working here. I just couldn't. Marry a believing bondswoman with the consent of a guardian and after paying the dowry to her. Allah knows best your faith implies that a bondswoman may be more honorable with her Lord than her free husband. Allah knows best your faith. Okay, yes, maybe, we don't know, right? So it implies maybe she's better. If the married bondswoman is guilty of adultery, inflict on her half the punishment. So she has half the punishment of a free woman. Enjoyed for free women. Enjoined for free women. So this is very, very good for the bondswomen. They get half the punishment than what a free woman gets. So all this here, this verse is very important, because you see, this is the verse also that the Shias will tell me, what are you saying to us? Slavery, compulsion, prostitution. They want to keep chaste. If any of you have not the means wherewith to wed free believing women, they may wed believing girls from among those whom your right hands possess. And Pictel. I just read Yusuf Ali, Shakir, and whoever among you has not within his power ampleness of means to marry free believing women, then he may marry of those whom your right hands possess from among your believing maidens. I really am, it's just, there is no problem with any, but women and believing maidens, like single. What? No, no, no. Maidens, bondwomen. And Allah knows best your faith. You are sprung the one from the other. So marry them with the permission of their masters, slave girls, and give them their dowries justly, they being chaste, not fornicating. They should be chaste, not fornicating, nor receiving paramours. And when they are taken in marriage, then if they are guilty of indecency, they shall suffer half the punishment. Excuse me, which is inflicted upon free women, half the punishment. This is for him. This is for him among you who fears falling into evil, and that you abstain is better for you. And that you abstain is better for you, and Allah is forgiving, merciful. Let me see, because Shakir has used maidens, believing maidens. So I don't understand pictorial. I will try to read this one. And whoso is not able to afford to marry free believing women, let them marry from the believing maids, khadama, servants, maids, whom your right hands possess. Allah knoweth best concerning your faith. They're giving me a Zara. It's like, yes, principal. So, what did I do wrong? Allah knows best concerning your faith. You proceed one from another. So wed them by permission of their folk, and give unto them their portions in kindness, they being honest, not debauched. These girls, women, have to be honest, not debauched. And but 24 says that except for these, all others are lawful, provided you seek them in marriage with gifts from your property, desiring chastity, not lust. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I just made a mistake here. Desiring chastity, not lust. Seeing that you derive benefit from them, give them their dowers as prescribed. But if after a dower is prescribed, agree mutually to vary it. There is no blame on you. Allah is all-knowing, all-wise. So do not seek them. Whatever these Christian apologists, that this is like enjoying and all this. No, you cannot enjoy with lust. But be chaste. Chaste, not lust. So this verse, Surah 4:24 says later on, so these people desiring chastity, not lust. How can they say that you enjoyed their desiring chastity, not lust? Against that, where does it say enjoy that? And all married women are forbidden unto you, save these captives whom your right hands possess. Now here I don't see where it says. I'll have to look at the Arabic word, and I don't even understand what that says. It, And the womb, it says the womb translation. Bibi Maryam ayat Surat Tahrim, where Jibril went and, breathed into her, so she conceived. It it doesn't mean, it doesn't say here enjoy her thing, enjoy her thing. It says desiring chastity, not lust. So not enjoying her thing. Desiring chastity, not lust. Right? So why are these Christians burdening us? Okay, so this is all right. I agree to all this, and that you should not use force to inherit women against their will. That ayat is also in Surah Nisa. Now I've forgotten what number it is. So I'll just close this. This is all right. But the problem I had was with this Surah Nur ayat. Surah Nur. And another, let's see if I can show you, where is it? Oh, I have to, you see, we could never imagine that take lords as rabbi. These people who take their rabbis and their monks, their rabbis, where is it? And monks as lords. So here, as lords, ayat. Ayat Tawbah. They, Jews and Christians, took their rabbis and their monks to be their lords besides Allah. Surah Tawbah, Ayat 31. They have taken their rabbis and their monks as well as Christ, son of Maryam, for their lords beside God. Although, so in Arabic they say that no, it is not allowed. They have taken their rabbis and their monks as lords from besides Allah and the Masih, son of Maryam. So we could not take the son. You can take son of Maryam as Lord, and not they were commanded except that they worship God one. There is no God except Him. Glory be to Him from what they associate with Him. In Arabic, I checked on the Sunni Quran.com website that it's put like this, meaning you can take Isa al-Masih, Christ, Masih, son of Maryam, as Lord. But we could never dream of. So when I read this ayat as a Shia, because this would be shirk, I mistook this as the way it was written. They have taken as their lords besides Allah, their rabbis. No. In my Quran, it was, the translation was like this. They have taken the rabbis and the monks. No. They have taken the rabbis and monks. No, not as well. But even though it was put like this, I could not take. I was like, there's a comma there, the way it should be taken. They have taken, should be taken. Word, these are, they have taken the rabbis and the monks. See, in the, so this is ayat, I'm getting, they're all mistranslated, put it before. Ayat, Quran ayat, Qurano, not Qurano. Qurano? وَرُهْبَانَهُمْ ahbarahum. Okay, and the monks, the rabbis, they have taken Allah besides lords, lords of Maryam's son and the Messiah, except they were commanded. They have taken their scholars and monks as lords besides Allah, comma, and also the Messiah, the son of Maryam. So I took it, this is how it was written in my Quran, translation, English. So I took it that Allah, besides Allah, and also the Messiah, the son of Mary, they have taken as Lord. So it shouldn't be allowed. But how to look at it now is, let's see, word by word. اتخذوا أحبارهم ورهبانهم أرباب دون الله والمسيح ابن مريم وما أمروا ليعبدوا ورهبانهم أحبارهم اتخذوا. And the monks, the rabbis, they have taken Allah besides as lords, Maryam ibn wal Masiha, except they were commanded. So it's very like confusing, the translations. I don't know how to, these translations, they have taken the rabbis and the monks as gods. This is how some of them have translated like this, beside Allah, and also they have taken, I can't trust this. I don't know how many. So, which one to take? Collapse. And they've tried to give me, yeah, I'm going to go back. This is quite a dodgy. So I'll go to Quran.com. Now I will see, they made Quran.com. They have taken their rabbis and their monks as lords besides Allahi and the Messiah ibn Maryama, and not yes. So they tried to trap me there in that other Qurano website, Sunni Muslims. So yeah, here, thanks to this Quran website, Sunni website, it comes like this, very easy to read. But we never took it. We put a comma there, English language. They put a comma. Like they're saying here, the Arabic is. Wait a minute, they have taken their rabbis and their monks as lords, men, besides Allah. Okay? Comma. They're saying the Arabic is like this. Comma. And the Messiah, son of Maryam. Do you get it? What these Muslim translators have been telling us? That this Arabic written should be taken. In English, you put a comma there. So even if besides, afterwards is Allah's name, and after that comes Jesus Christ's name, Christ, Maryam, Isa's name, Christians get very angry and say, no, don't, this is not the Jesus of our Bible. So, but in English, no, not even in English translation. Call him Isa. Okay, so Messiah, son of Maryam. Christ, son of Maryam, right? Messiah. Messiah, son of Maryam. So, what we have done is they have taken their rabbis and their monks as lords besides Allah. And the Messiah. So it's one word here, like and Allah and the Messiah. So what they do, translators, is put a comma here, so it would make it seem that they have taken their rabbis and their monks as lords and the Messiah besides Allah. This is how they, son of Maryam, and not they were commanded. So it's all wrong. Okay, confuse us. Besides Allah. And so they put a comma there. In English, they have the privilege to correct. Because then it would say not to take the Lord, not to take Jesus Christ, not to take Messiah, son of Maryam, as their Lord, if they put a comma there. So how it is written in Arabic, I don't know. I would not be able to understand without help of some imam. And then if I catch my imam to be a false imam, and if I reveal to myself that this progeny is an evil progeny of Rasulullah, then, I can't believe in anything, can I? So thank you so much. I will continue later.